All right, let's just jump right in. We're about to break down a blueprint that's been proven over 30 years for building a business from, well, nothing. Seriously, no startup costs, no big shot investors. If you can stick with me for the next few minutes, what you're about to hear could honestly change everything for you. So, first things first, we have to tear down the biggest lie in business. It's this idea that you need a massive bank account just to get in the game. That's a myth, it's a lie, and it's probably what's keeping you stuck. The real starting line, it has nothing to do with your bank account. Okay, so if it's not money, then what is it, right? When you've got nothing in your pockets, where on earth do you even begin?
Believe it or not, it all starts inside you. We're not talking about spreadsheets. We're not talking about loan applications. We're talking about a gut feeling, an instinct, something you just can't shake. That's the real foundation. Which brings us to our very first big idea here. You know how so many of us get stuck, just frozen, trying to come up with some brilliant, one-of-a-kind idea? Well, guess what? That's a total trap.
And look, this isn't just some nice sounding theory. I want you to think about this. One of the most successful companies in Asia launched when there were 500 other businesses already doing the exact same thing. So yeah, originality was clearly not the secret sauce there. And this is where the big mindset shift has to happen. Forget about hunting for some undiscovered market gap. The real blueprint is to look at what you're already obsessed with, your hobby, your passion, and start thinking about it like a business. Because when you genuinely love it, you'll run circles around everyone else. Why? Because for you, it's not even work. Okay, let's move on to the next big idea. And this one's going to challenge another one of those sacred cows of business school, the classic 20-page business plan. See, the old way hands you this big, rigid binder that's basically useless the second you get hit with a real-world problem. But this blueprint, it uses something completely different, a liquid mind map. It's built to be flexible, to let you change things up the very second reality, punches you in the face, which it will. And check out how simple this is. You literally just put your hobby, your passion right in the middle. Then you just start branching out. How are you going to do it? Who's going to help you? And yeah, how are you going to make money? It's not some dead document. It's a living, breathing tool that can grow and change with you. Right, so you've got your passion, you've got your flexible mind map. But now we get to the really nitty-gritty part. How do you actually get the ball rolling and start making some cash when you're starting with zero? Here's the key, and it's so important. Do not wait to build the perfect, complicated thing. If your big dream is to build this massive, world-changing app, that's great. But don't sit around waiting for $1 million in funding. You need to start creating value for people today, right now. Start a simple podcast, write a blog, use the phone and the laptop you already have. And this is the pro hack. If that big idea of yours really does need cash down the line, no problem. You start a simple service business first to pay for it. I mean, just think about the guys who started Airbnb. You know what they did? They sold novelty cereal boxes. Cereal boxes, just to make a few bucks to keep their real idea afloat. That is the service first model, right there. Okay, so you're up and running, but you've got no marketing budget, right? This means your ability to sell is, well, it's everything. But here's the twist. What you think you're selling probably isn't what you should be selling at all. You've probably heard this before, but it's a classic for a reason. Don't sell the steak, sell the sizzle. See, anyone can list off the specs of a steak, but a real pro, they sell you the experience, the sound, the smell. That's the sizzle. So what even is the sizzle? It's the emotional outcome. It's the result. Think about Steve Jobs. He never sold computer processors. He sold a vision. He sold you the idea that you could change the world. Your customers, they don't care about the technical details. They care about one thing. How are you going to make their life better? And that brings us to what you should charge for your first couple of jobs. The answer? Zero. Nothing. And I know, that's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, but it is absolutely crucial. Here's why. Your goal at first isn't to get a paycheck. It's to do such an amazing job, to over-deliver so much that those first few clients become your raving fans, your marketing team for life. Okay, so we've covered the idea, the plan, and how to sell it. Now, let's talk about the last pieces of the puzzle, and they are so important. It's about the people you're with and the mission you're on. Look, if there are things you're just not good at, find a co-founder. And there are two super simple but really deep rules for this. Number one, find someone who loves doing this stuff you absolutely hate. You need that balance. And number two, and this is non-negotiable, make sure you're on the exact same page when it comes to morals and ethics. And this leads to a massive difference in how you lead. See, if your company is just about making a profit, you're always going to be stuck managing people. But if you build it around a shared purpose, a problem that you are all dying to solve, you don't have to manage people anymore. You just manage the mission, and that mission pulls everyone forward and gets them excited to show up. All right, as we start to bring this home, let's touch on something that most people think is completely out of their hands: luck. But here's the secret. Luck isn't magic. It's not some random force. It's actually a system, and you can hack it. So how do you hack luck? It really just comes down to these four things. You got to be persistent because that creates opportunities. You have to know where you're going so you can actually see those opportunities when they pop up. You have to be willing to take some smart risks to put yourself in the right place at the right time. And you can't be afraid to fail because failing just means you get another at-bat. See? It's a system. It's not magic at all. And really, if you remember nothing else, remember this. This is the biggest takeaway. You can lose all your money. Your business can completely fail. It doesn't matter. You can always start over. The only way you can truly, permanently lose is if you let fear stop you from even starting in the first place. So forget about the 5-year plan for a second. Forget about raising $1 million. Let's just bring it all back down to right now. Based on everything we just talked about, what's one problem, I don't care if it's big or small, what's one problem you're going to go solve today?